Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I'd like to show you a property I've got in Mendocino County, California. This is a half an acre. It's two lots. This neighborhood's usually a quarter acre. It's Brook Trails Vacation Village. And there's a lot of people that built houses in this neighborhood. And they built this neighborhood back in the day. They put water lines in through all the streets. So there's water lines through the whole neighborhood. Part of the neighborhood has sewer, part of it doesn't. And I'll try to figure out if this one does or not. But this one it's two lots merged together, so it's one of the bigger lots. And this neighborhood's known for redwoods, like big redwood trees, merging the houses into the redwoods. So they've got a lot of greenscape, like land that's not to be disturbed, not to be touched in between houses and throughout the neighborhood. So it's a lot of, it's living in the forest, it's not cutting it down and putting houses across the whole thing. It's a real merge with the woods and trees and nature and stuff. And so let's get into it. Let's look at this property. I'm asking 14,999. And so here's some GPS coordinates. We can open that up. Before I get there, property taxes are like $250 a year. If you check out online, I do everything to get it into your name, make sure all the fees are paid, and get it recorded in your name and everything. What else was I going to say? There's a link on here. Here it is. There's a link about the community, Brook Trails Vacation Village. Let's see if I can bring it up. Brook Trails Township is what it's called. So they've got planning and design. These guys would like to know what you want to build, and they tell you what they want you to build. They want you to build a house, a vacation kind of home in the woods. It could be your permanent residence, but this neighborhood was set up to be like a vacation village or vacation place to go get away from San Francisco, the Bay Area, go up in the woods and the trees and relax, have a second home, third home, whatever, and then go back to work. So it's those kinds of homes. They don't want an RV or a tent or a yurt or the modern alternative stuff. They don't want you to put a trailer on the lot. They want you to build a home, just a classic cabin in the woods. So that's what they're looking for, and you got to kind of get your plans by them and then go for it. So they've got all kinds of information about that. Now, one of the current scenarios about this neighborhood is that the water that goes through all the water lines to the houses is limited by the state. So the state has ownership of the water, and they stopped giving up more water when they got in a severe drought scenario. And so that was 2010, I believe. And so they've been in a major drought scenario and not giving out more water. And they have some lakes and dams and stuff and a whole bunch of water infrastructure that's been built in the area. And so they got some grants from the state to increase one of the dams and make more water capacity for the neighborhood so more people could build houses. And so they raised the level of the dam. They got more water capacity. It's been a major earthworks operation. And they got that through, and I think there was 24 people that wanted to build a new house in the neighborhood. And it took a while to get that through, but they got it through. And by the time they got it through, the 24 people, I think only one of them still wanted to go build a house. And so they got an allocation from the state after building that for all the people that wanted to go build a house. And they still have that allocation, and it's first come, first serve. You can come get the allocation and use it. And it doesn't become active again until we're not in a severe drought scenario. And so if you look at like the governor of the state, Jerry Brown, has said we're not in a severe drought scenario anymore. If you're the scientists and data and information, everybody says we're not in a severe drought anymore. And we're just waiting on the state to confirm that and make it official so they can start allocating water to building again. And so right now the prices are extremely depressed because of that, because you can't buy one of these lots and start building the same day. You got to wait for your water allocation from the state through Brook Trails community and all that stuff. And so as soon as that news comes through, could be any day, could be next year, don't really know. The prices in the neighborhood will probably jump as people snap up the lots and go build again. So you could buy them and then wait a bit, and then wait for the window to open, and then go get your water allocation and start building. And so that's the idea. That's what's going on with brook trails right now, and that's why they're really cheap for the quality of these lots. So with that understood, let's go look at the lot. So we're in the woods, and this is a double lot, like I was saying before. And there's a power line right here. There's a power line going down the street. And there's a bunch of houses in this area. And I got maps of where the sewer lines are. Sorry, it's in paper though. And this is Camille Drive, Buckeye Road. So the main roads that the sewer is not on is like Ridge and Blue Lake and Blue Terrace. But this is Buckeye Road and Camille Drive. Here's Buckeye Road, and Buckeye. All this Buckeye stuff, this is from the maps that I have. Here's Camellia. Here's Camellia. It's supposed to have the sewer line. So this street is supposed to have the sewer line. Let's zoom in and see if we can find some manhole covers, kind of confirm it a little bit more. But there's a bunch of houses in there. That makes it a lot cheaper if you don't have to do sewer. I mean, you can see there's utilities, there's stormwater drainage. Let's see if there's a sewer manhole cover right in front of one of these houses. So I'm sure there's sewer in this neighborhood with the maps that I have. I'm not seeing manhole covers. I mean, you can see the water line switches, the valves over here for these houses. I know the water lines are there. I'm pretty darn sure this is on sewer because of the maps that I've got. Let's see. So Camilla and Camilla. Wait, what was that? Look, right. No, it's rock. I thought that was a sewer box. What? Right there. There's a sewer. There's a manhole cover for sewer. This street's got sewer. So let's find that property from here. So we're right here looking at the sewer, and the property's like right over here, right? Yeah, so that street's got sewer on it. It's got manhole covers. It's on the sewer map. Neighbors all over the place. The power line. So there's water, power, sewer. I'm going to change the ad so it says sewer. And you're building in between houses, and there's a bunch of trees here. Here's one of the reservoirs. There's a golf course. Here's town. Willits is over here. High school, middle school, grocery store, that kind of stuff. Supplies just right around the corner. So you can get a nice place in the woods in this community that's got tons of hiking trails and nature all over the place for really cheap. If you just have a timeline in front of you that you can't build tomorrow. You might be able to if the news comes out today, but as soon as the news comes out that we're not in official drought anymore, you're set to go. So if you like speculating on water, this would be a great water speculation. Let's look at this map. Didn't work. It's still loading. I'll try to bring it up here in a sec. So here's the lot. Here's the double lot. Here in the woods. Neighbors all around. They've done it. You can do it. Here's a Camellia Drive with the manhole cover in it that we were just looking at. And this map is not working for me. But you get the idea. I'll put a link down below to the listing, and I'll update it. Say there's sewer there on the street, and there's online checkout, so you can just click on the checkout and run with it. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to call. Let me know. Please feel free to go out there and take a tour as well, and see if that's the right property for you. In the meantime, I'll update the website with a little bit more information there. And thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, RuralVacantLand.com.